Hi, this is the tutorial for the payroll spreadsheet where you use absolute cell referencing. So let's make a start. I'm just following the link you might have used from your self-study document. This takes me to the cloud where the files are available. So I would download the spreadsheet. Save it somewhere sensible. Normally I'd make a folder, but I'm just doing this quickly because you're level 2, so I'm sure you can do that. While that's getting on with that, I'll open this tasks sheet. Again, you could download this task sheet, but just to be a bit quicker, I'm going to hopefully open it online. Okay, so let's see whether the spreadsheet's downloaded. It has, so I'm opening it up. It's from me, so it's safe, so you can enable editing. Okay, so here it is. You probably want to do the usual things. You probably want to format as table, which I bang on about all the time, which you probably know. You probably want to make those look nice. I'm going to use a cell style here, I think. Can you guess which is my favourite colour? Okay, so there's comments going all the way across, which tell you how to work things out. I'm just going to pop back to the thing with the tasks. So let's use calculations. It also says try not to type numbers into the formulas. Refer instead to the cells. So we'll try and do that to begin with. You might have used numbers first and then tried to update it with the cells, which is a pretty good learning experience. Okay, so you do the pension. Let's hover to do the pension contributions percentage of whatever the gross salary is. So equals to work something out. That of is times in maths. That. Or you could have put B6. I think I put B6 because it can be a bit clearer. Oh. It works great at the start and then it went all over the shop. Incidentally, these hash symbols just mean the column isn't wide enough. But anyway, so if you want to see why things go wrong, click up here where the formula is, and it usually tells you, well, gives you a good idea. So it color codes the cells being used. This one works, obviously. If you look at the next one, you can see why it doesn't work. It's looking at the wrong cell. So don't try and change this reference for each one. If you're doing things repeatedly, you're doing them wrong. The best way of doing it is make the first one work and the rest will follow. So the problem is that this reference keeps moving down, cell by cell, as the place where the answer goes moves down, cell by cell. That's because it gets the source by referring relative to itself. So it's kind of thinking, oh, it's 2 left and 3 up. And that's where the information I need is, which is great for the first one, but rubbish for the others. Actually, what you want to do in this instance is say, I always want it to be A3. No matter which cell I'm calculating, the pension contributions can be found in A3. So this A3 bit, we never want to move. And the way of telling Excel, don't move this please, is putting a dollar in front of the column and the row, and then it will never move. Press enter, it's sorted. Pick a random one, click up here, you can see it's still referring to A3, but this one, which is moving down as we wanted it to move down, is referring to B12. So notice this one is better with an absolute cell reference. This one would have been rubbish with an absolute cell reference because we'd be referring to the wrong salary. So absolute cell reference stick the dollars in, and it pins the reference always to the same cell. If you don't like typing dollars, you can also just click on the reference and press F4, and it puts them in for you. The reason there's $2 is this says pin it to the same column, but always pin it to A, and this next bit says always pin it to 3. I keep pressing F4. Sometimes you might want to only pin the column or only pin the row, but to be honest, 99 times out of 100, if you pin in one, you want to pin the whole reference. So absolute cell references look like that. Why do we use them? To pin them to the same cell. Simple as that. Okay, taxable. So we're doing, let's hover, take the pension out. So you do equals to work it out. That, take that. I quite like to click rather than typing in the references. It's quicker. Actual taxable. So hover, it's what's left after the personal allowance is taken from the taxable. Equals to work it out. That, take that, enter. Works great. Then it goes to pot. Click on this, you can see why. There you go, it's pointing at the wrong thing. You don't want it to point to B6. You want it to still be pointing to B3. So obviously you need to refer to this differently. What's it called? Absolute cell referencing. So always sort the first one out so all of them look the same. I'm going to press F4 rather than typing the dollars in. Saves a couple of seconds. Done. Okay, tax. The tax rate percentage of the taxable, or the actual taxable. As we said before, of is times. So equals to work it out. 22%, just need to click on it, of actual taxable. Now I could press enter and we see the error, but have a think. This time I'm just going to choose to do it E6. Doesn't matter what I do. Which one of these moves and which one stays the same? The blue one here, I want it to stay the same. The green one here, we want it to move down each time. So you don't need to press enter. You can sort it out before the problem arises, which is what the pros do. Like that. Works first time. What you take home after pension and tax taken out equals gross, take pension, take tax, done. With that one, it was only referring to items on its own row, so there was no need for pinning it to these constant values. And that's how you do absolute cell referencing, and why, hopefully. That's it.